Hey, what's up? What's going on, everybody? We are back for another recap of Empire, and I hope all is well on your side of the screen. Guys, be sure to subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet done so, and also be sure to share this video wherever you like to share videos. I've been seeing y'all share my videos on Twitter, and I definitely want to say shout out to you guys. You guys are the real MVPs, and I appreciate everyone who just supports, you know what I mean? Because you don't see that a lot nowadays, so I appreciate everybody. Alright, so also shout out to Maria for commenting on my last Empire recap. Guys, definitely be sure to comment down below for your chance to get a little quick shout out on my next Empire recap, which is going to be the finale, which is going to be epic. I did watch Bad Girls Club, the reunion, yesterday, for those of you that do watch it. But I was just kind of tired, so I didn't really talk about it. I was kind of wanting to do a video, but like I said, tired was just like no. And then when I don't do it right away, I'm just like over it. So we'll see what happens next week. There's going to be some spicy stuff, so I might just talk about it. We'll see. So anyways, Angelo's mother, she tells Jamal that she wants him to perform a song at Angelo's fundraiser that he's going to be doing. Because, you know, he's about to be, I think, the mayor or whatever. Well, he's trying to be the mayor, so things like that tend to happen, banquets and all those high-scale types of things. So she requests for him to do the song there. And Cookie was trying to, like, you know, be the mom real quick. Like, no, maybe I could get another artist from our label or whatever. And she was like, no, he did such a good job when Cookie had that little dinner last week, that she's like, I want him to do it. I want him to create a song just for this. I'm like, well, dang, that's a tall order, ain't it? You know, I ain't hear you say nothing about no money neither. Like, where's the check at? But I guess they family now, right? So Jamal actually, he tells his mom, like, it's okay, you know, it's time for me to do my, you know, like, let me shine, ma, I got this, I can do this. So she doesn't say anything else and lets him agree to what he feels he can do. So Andre is doing whatever the hell he wants to do and whatever Nessa wants him to do. Andre asks his mother if she could allow Nessa to shadow Tiana, because Tiana was supposed to be like headlining this fashion show event for this designer that Angelo's mother also just so happens to know. And she's had a lot of controversy where people say that she doesn't really like black people and things like that. So this was going to be a good look for her to put a little black spice, a little black pepper, a little melanin into the mix. So that's why they had Tiana, because, you know, she got that nice little pop beat. She's real good and everything. So they give her this dress for her to wear and everything else. And things was going okay until they was all in the dressing room and Nessa totally sabotaged the whole thing. Nessa somehow allowed the dress to catch on fire and then pretended that it was a mistake. But you could just tell, looking at her, that it wasn't any mistake. So Tiana, of course, she got pissed off like most people would do, and she said everything that was resting on her heart and her chest. And she just kind of let them know, like, well, she just pretty much was going like ranting or whatever, and she was like, oh, this bougie artist, I mean this bougie designer now is gonna think that I did this on purpose, and the only reason why she did this was to put some black because everybody's calling her a racist. You know, she said it all. And of course somebody made sure they captured it and posted it. And, you know, that somebody, of course, we know who that somebody was, because she wanted to take her spot. And, of course, they're not going to keep her on their campaign or keep her as a headliner of the event if she's bashing the person, the designer. So, you know, she pretty much got canned after that. And Andre went to the designer's house to talk to her, to just kind of like say, you know what, I have somebody else that you can use. And she was just kind of over it. She's like, you know, she wanted somebody Caucasian. She's there brushing her daughter's nice Caucasian hair, and she just wasn't hearing it. She didn't want to even consider Nessa. So he was like, oh, okay, well, you know, your daughter has some nice hair. I can see why you like brushing it so much. And then he just walks out slyly. And the next scene that we see is her daughter screaming, as she looks at the pillow and her hair is all over the pillow. So of course that means that Andre somehow got a way to get into the girl's room and literally cut her hair. Oh, this Andre though, this new Andre is getting out of control, like for real, for real. Lucius and Cookie, they went to have well, they want to have Hakeem like just kind of re-record all the songs that Tiana had did with what's his name, with Graham, her ex-boyfriend, because they feel like that would be better. And plus he's not around to claim glory if it does go big or whatever, and everybody's gonna be asking about him, so it's kind of better that way anyway. Somebody can get credit for it, because as we know, they kicked his butt. I doubt he's even alive anymore after what happened that day when they said that he was the hacker, which he wasn't even the hacker. It was all a big setup. Lucius, he took Anika and his mama out for dinner, and when he did that, it's crazy. This man is so calculated. He really is. He told his mom to pretty much like stop going through Anika's stuff, because Anika said she saw that she's still going through her stuff. She still put on her lipstick or whatever. So he kind of like, you know, give her a little shaking real quick, and she made a big deal about it. She had like a big outburst while they had dinner at this fancy restaurant. All the white people and them watching, they just, oh my God, I can't believe it. Like they were mortified. They couldn't believe that he was treating his mom like that. So that was hilarious. Andre and his coach, the guy that's helping him out, he, well, kind of like his boy toy as well, because y'all could see that little fire that's burning. They were doing like this virtual reality thing that kind of simulates what happened to him and how he got shot and everything, because they're trying to contain or find out the source of his PTSD. And it just so happens that they went through the shooting motion. They had a free to gas, they had the audience, everything, all the lights and all that. He saw that. None of it made his vitals and his heart rate go out of control until Lucius came into the studio and was like, what are you guys doing? What is this all about? And he was like talking to him, and I forgot the guy's name, but his coach, mentor, he notices that all of a sudden his vitals skyrocketed, his heart rate skyrocketed, all those things. So now he sees that that's the real cause, and he has to address that in order to be free or to even move forward. Otherwise, this is always going to be something that triggers him. I'm just crazy, right? So Andre being Mr. Fix-It, once again, this was where he ended up doing the whole thing with the daughter, and it caused the designer to just kind of reconsider things. I mean, I guess seeing her daughter's hair all over after he mentioned something made her say, maybe I should just, you know, take this as a warning and just let Nisha be the headliner. So Nisha took over, had Black Girls Rock and natural hair, and she was singing and doing her thing, had all her little background black girls rocking and doing it. I was like, okay, I see you. So she does make sure, the designer, she makes sure she greets Angelo's mother at the end of the whole thing, and she does tell her that these people are gangsters. The Lions are gangsters. And it was just something for his mom to kind of think about as she left, as she exited. The designer, she just kind of seems like one of those black people that just want to denounce all blackness from their lives, from themselves, and just switch over to something else, which is why she most likely has a black husband, black child with good hair, you know, because she doesn't want to embrace her black side. Because you can tell that she was mixed. You could tell that her hair was thick. I don't know if it was a wig or not, but at the end of the day, it was thick, you know, and you could tell that she has a little bit of melanin, a little bit of pigment in her skin, but she can pass for white, and I think that that's the side that she really wants to embrace, and you can see that. It's crazy. I like how Empire really touches on so many different things. They touch on colorism, racism, like everything, and it's like you can tell that it was filmed recently because of all the things that they talk about. Like they even spoke about Kanye's rant that he had the other day. I mean, you know, not that long ago. I'm like, dang, they like current events for real. Hakeem, he actually figured out that Nessa was the one that recorded Tiana because of the placement of the camera. So he called Andre out on it and just telling him, like, you know, that was messed up for him to do. And they did have a little back and forth, you know, kind of argument thing where they were kind of even like pushing each other a bit real quick. And I'm just like, you can tell that Andre is really like becoming somebody else, like somebody that it's almost like he's becoming like his father, you know, like it's like he has two sides and the evil side is the one that's kind of like winning right now. So I don't know. I think we're going to see some crazy stuff go down from Homeboy right here. What else happened following that? So Anika, she has had like enough of Lucius, his antics, and him like not respecting her, not keeping his word. She was supposed to be the A&R and that got kind of bumped, so she's pissed off and she was breaking all his precious artifacts, these things that he got from like auctions and things that really cannot be replaced. Like they cost millions of dollars. She was like breaking them and he was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Don't do that. No. He was like literally like crying out. And she has one like this sexy, like, what is it called, S&M bondage situation type of lingerie. It was sexy, girl. And she like, you know, it's kind of like messing with him, and he was liking it. You could tell he was getting turned on about it. He was like, oh, I don't know who this is, but I'm loving it. She climbed on top of him and they was about to get down and dirty, honey. But then Mama walked in and like kind of like messed up the whole party real quick. She kind of like messed up. But he went with his mom into the other room to kind of like just talk to her real quick. And then he looked like he was about to strangle her. I seen him take off his tie and kind of put it around his mom's neck. But then he turned her around nicely and they started talking. And come to find out, when she was with his brother, the Fed, earlier. Guys, the names, I'm messing them up. But y'all know who I'm talking about. When she was with him earlier, and she was talking to me, they were like sitting on the bench, they were like catching up, and she kind of was playing it. Like, she is smarter than you really could imagine. Like, they came up with a plan to like say certain things to him and kind of throw him off and just kind of like get him, because she even told him, the Fed dude, that Anika and Lucius be having some crazy wild sex. And she was like, she ain't never had sex like that before. She was like, maybe him and the boy's mama, but not with her. He ain't do that. I was just like, and I'm like in my head, like, did they really have sex yet? Because I seen him look at her, but we ain't see them ever have sex. So I'm like, where did she get this from? I'm like, maybe something be happening that they don't be showing. But that's what it was. I'm like, wow, like, Lucius is amazing. Like, he even is able to manipulate his mama. Like, his mom was just like, his mom, that's where he gets it from at the end of the day. And she actually seems more so like she doesn't even really like the brother. And I guess it's because of the way that things went down, because his mother was like, his mother was pretty much the other woman. One of them was the other woman, and it seems like it was the other brother, the brother's mother was the other woman that tried to steal Lucius' father away from her. So she most likely doesn't like him because that's the love child, whatever. So you know how that go. So Jamal, he has the whole family. He's playing on the piano. He sings the song that he expects to do for the, I believe it was for the fundraiser. That's why he was doing it, because he was supposed to write a song. And he has slides in the background. It's slides of Lucius, Cookie, her mother, her sisters. And the song, it was amazing. Like, it was so beautiful. His voice is so beautiful. But the lyrics, they could hurt you to the core. Because the lyrics, they were about how pretty much Lucius was evil. He hurt the family, all the negative things that he did to the family. And Lucius just so happened to walk in while he was singing, and he kept on going. He sang the whole entire song, and Lucius looked like it was bothering him. Like, you could see tears at the brink of his eyes, and I was just like, damn, this is getting to him just a little bit. And once it was all done, they were like, you can't, his mama was like, you can't play this anywhere. And Andre's like, why are you stirring up stuff? Like, why are you even doing this? And stuff started to get revealed little by little, and some of the biggest secrets that they were trying to keep. Jamal did mention that Lucius was the one who killed Cookie's father, and he was like, I didn't do that. He was like, stress killed him. But Cookie said, you may not have killed him, or, you know, maybe that's not the way it went down, but if he would have saw me go to jail for all those years, that would have been the thing that killed him if this didn't kill him. So there was a lot of things that Andre kind of, I guess he was sheltered from, because he didn't even know this story. I guess Hakeem heard about it, Jamal knew about it, but Andre hasn't really been around like that, so he didn't get the opportunity to hear the story. And Lucius ends up, because you know Lucius don't want to be the bad guy at the end of the day, so he ends up revealing that what he did for a reason, as far as the whole Gat situation, and he's not going to apologize for that. He said he's not going to apologize for loving Cookie, and when she gave him the call that she messed up and she needed a hit, that he made sure he did what he had to do. And Jamal was just like shocked, like standing there bewildered, like, what is going on? Are you like, because he didn't know that his mom had any participation in this whole thing, and she really didn't make that known. She let Lucius take the fall for everything. And yeah, the crazy thing is she's kind of like the reason, because she, you know, with the whole snitching stuff and all that, she was the one, yeah, she was the one that gave him the tip, and that's why everything went the way it went down, which was crazy. Remember the red flower, the red rose that she was finding? Honey child, this thing is crazy, but I love me some Empire, you guys. Guys, make sure you comment down below. Thanks for watching and rocking with me, and we'll be back on the weekend for Real Housewives of Atlanta. Make sure you watch that, and then back again Monday as usual for Love and Hip Hop. Okay, spread the word, tell a friend to tell a friend. I'll see you soon. Stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless.